Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on which part of the world you're from. Hi, back to my kitchen. We shall be doing a salad, a Friday salad. Ooh, I can see that my window is a little zoomed in. Is that something's not right? Okay, it's right. Something's all right. It's all right. Hi, what's happening? You know the rules. If you come here, come say hi. Look what I have today. I'm indulging in some sourdough. No, I didn't make this. I'm sorry. Not yet. And this is some balsamic. Sourdough and balsamic. Wonderful snack. So I'm just getting warmed up. You see, the stomach is like any other muscle, right? You have to warm up. Joey rules. So you've got to warm your muscles up. The stomach has to warm up and then you start eating. So I'm going to just have a little bit of balsamic. Interesting. I don't recollect it being so. Balsamic is made from grape. It's a vinegar that's made from grape juice. You didn't see that. Just ignore. You didn't see anything. So I'll just wait for a couple of more minutes. And if you're here, you know what to do. Come and say hi. So I know you've joined in. And then we can resume playback. Else, we start from afresh. We start afresh. I've got loads of stories. You tell me what story you want to hear. So first things first, we'll take a bite of this sourdough with some balsamic. I've had this before. Ponti, Ponti, or Pontai. 1787. They're saying this was made in 1787. This bottle, no, obviously not. How stupid. This warm up time. Can't talk with my mouth full. So what we do, today's slad, Vlad slad, bunch of fruits, oranges, kiwi, strawberry, extraordinary strawberry. And it all goes inside, goes together, gets ready for the new game coming. Pineapple's going to be there, yes. So what I'll do is I'll deseed um, they show off better in this, I guess. And I will deseed the oranges. Nobody likes these seeds in the oranges, right? The Supremes don't even have the skin in them. They're called orange Supremes. So they literally have only these orange filaments, juicy orange juice filled filaments. So that's one way of selling luxury. You only get the juice. Hey, is that how juices came about? But then why are the same price of the fruit? You go do math. Oh, it must be because they're doing it in. Just because you're making 100 liters of fruit doesn't mean you need less of fruits. It's proportional. I've got some shocking data also. So if you come and say hi, I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you without saying hi. Rice, a kilogram of rice takes about 1500 liters to grow. How do you make sure that it sells for 9-10 rupees a kilogram? That's gonna melt my brain. Yes, which is why we don't think about it. So, because we know that this doesn't yield us any money. Thinking on these lines, trying to ask these questions does not generate revenue for us. So, we are naturally not inclined to do them. There's nothing wrong in it. Most humans will want to do things that generate revenue. That's actually the only governing force, I would say. The whole idea of building because it needs to be built, you believe that it needs to be built. That's died. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Yes, removing these seeds is a little bit of a time taking job. You have to be patient. Cooking is a activity of patience. And if that's why it shows, if you most people will say, hey, listen, I make a killer Maggie. And I'll tell you what, Nestle already made a killer Maggie. You are just adding hot water to it. Yeah, if you want to take credit for that, sure, go ahead. But it's not you who made the Maggie. Heartbreaking. I know many of us have achieved great results from our storytelling of how well we make Maggie. But truth be told, the state of Uttarakhand is dedicated to Maggie. It's remarkable how much of Maggie they eat. And I can understand it also. In the hills, food is not easy. You don't get food easily. Even if you want to, growing a first of all is difficult. Then bringing food up to the heights is difficult. And then the challenge, obviously, of the extreme winters and difficult terrain and all those question things. So Maggie kind of really fits the bill. I don't know if other hilly countries have also adopted it. I'm not too sure. I don't think so. Well, that's something to be studied then. This is a pattern breaker. The AI is trained to recognize these pattern breakers. So it's the delta that they're tracking. So you only show the change. The rest of it, the brain will figure out. I hope you're following what I'm saying. If you are, you must message me. I've got some more fascinating stuff for you to think about. I didn't just lose my hair sitting out in the sun. I do sit out in the sun, but that's not why my hair went off. Actually, my hair didn't go off. I shave my head. But, well, it's better I am bald by choice before I'm forced to be. Think of it as training. We are all training for the future. Oh, I was supposed to add basil. Now I have not plucked the basil. Should I go quickly and get it? It's not a bad idea. If you will stick around for 30 seconds. Yeah, I know the ideal would have been to take my camera up and show you. But if you know me, you know why I don't show my farm upstairs. Yes. So I'm sorry, but I'll have to respectfully disagree and keep you. Connect with me. If it works out, then maybe you can come and see it in person. Just drop me a message. Anywhere, wherever you can. I will pick it up. I would love to hear from you. Love to learn from you. Have you heard of aquaponics, but have you had a chance to ever hear of? If you have, then I think that makes you a very unique person already. You're either a real person of interest because you're digging around information left, right, and center, or the universe wants you to do something with aquaponics, with fish. Okay, I'm thinking some new way of chopping the kiwi. Yeah, so let's try this. It's a brand new cut. Oh, but it's a little lengthy. This is the cut, but I think it's probably too big. Mm. Yum! Fruits bring out the kid in me, if they can, because the kid's already outside. The kid's outside and they're asking who let the dogs out. Actually, that's the question. Dogs is plural, right? So these are these young male species of the Homo erectus species that are just roaming around purposelessly. And this gentleman in the song is asking, who has let them out? You can respectfully answer me if you did. Be honest. I'm going to just chop these and put them into the freezer so that it's nicely freeze. The salad has to be cold. These citrus fruits, no. The colder they are, the better they are. Actually, I've got a lot of fruits that have got accumulated in the fridge. So therefore, I'm going a little Rambo on these fruits. John Rambo. As in, kill them all. So, pardon me, but this is going to have to be a heavy fruit salad. It's actually fruits, vegetables or fruits. The word is salate, salt, salted. So they figured this out that if you put salt in chopped veggies and fruits, they taste delish and they are on point. They do taste delish. We are so lucky, in India we get to eat all these fruits, and because we are a fairly good country in terms of capabilities to grow food. But there are many countries in Europe that don't even have farmers left. So their food is completely being imported. America was importing food, India was importing food. In fact, we still do. Even though we have such a large population, we don't have a large farming population. Though we call ourselves a agrarian economy, but well, it's waiting to be disrupted, and it'll be interesting to see who comes up with this story of free food. If the polio vaccine can be free, then I think the food should be free. Come on. Come on, it's 2026 now. You can give us free food. Well, you can. I know you can. Do you want to or not? I would like an answer to that question. You've read Robert Greene's book? If you have, then you are a high energy, high vibrating soul. Because that book does not reach out to people who are not ready for it. But if you have read the book, your polarization would have started. And I would love to know which side of the fence have you gone to. Both the fences. I'm extremely interested to dissect your brain and read your thoughts. I'll tell you mine. You tell me yours. What's wrong with that? I'll start. But you'll have to come meet me. Just come to this live stream. 12:30 p.m. I'm here every day. You can sign up, subscribe to this channel so YouTube will remind you when I go live. Time for the fruit number 2. So these are kiwis and oranges, and they're going straight into the freezer. The idea is to keep them as cold as possible. Okay. Now I'll attack the strawberry and then put the strawberry in for freezing. I've got multi. So coming back to this story of wooing you to join my live stream, 12:30 p.m. every day. Please do come, join me. The thing is, I don't come to know if you've joined or not. So if you've joined, just come and say hi. So I know you've joined in. There's a lot of laughter that's all around me. and I'm sure good reason. But sometimes alcohol can be a good reason. But you'll agree, laughter is such an infectious thing, right? If somebody is laughing around you, you tend to turn and look and like, bro, share some, bro. I also want to laugh, bro. Laughter is like we all want to laugh. It's one of those. I think that's the reason why stand-up comedians are such a powerful force of content, because they are evoking an emotion of laughter, which is obviously from a brain point of view, it's amazing. It generates all the great hormones, and the brain just feels awesome. But I think um, just from a mood point of view, it's an amazing thing. Okay, let's. I have to discuss this. How do we chop these strawberries? Random. Let's do random. Let's do random tandem. No fear. Random tandem. So first we'll chop them into halves. Okay. And then what I do is I just go left, go right, go left, go straight, go right. And what I get are these kind of pieces. Oh, sorry, I think the bowl has gotten a little dirty. A little dirty. The strawberries had stems and leaves, and they will leave this dirt. And if you're doing something, then do it well. Big words. I don't always follow them. But since I spotted it, so I'm being a little cautious there. Okay, now we'll go 1, go 2, go 3. Strange cuts, non-shaped cuts. Okay, just random cutting. That's one way. Always a good way. Whoever's here, hi. If you joined in, please come say hi, so I know you've joined in. Otherwise, I don't know when you've joined in or not. Today I'm making. I have basically a lot of fruits left over, and they all need to be dealt with. So I'm dealing with them. I'm dealing with them the best way I know. That is, chop them up, salt them up, eat them up. The original way. Salate way, salate. You remember salate? That's the original word. Yes, salate. Who joined? Hey man, what's up, Brian? How you doing? Bro, before I forget, I have signed your email up for the. Sorry, I have signed your email up for the Sleep Rocks gig. I hope you're cool with it. Yeah. No, don't worry. I'm not going to spam you on it. YouTube needs needs permission to be able to send you the live link. I will first send you the recorded version of the existing lecture. Or you want to see the live one? What would you prefer? I have to do this in the evening time, India time. So you will have to see it during the daytime, your time. If it works for you, I'm cool. Last time when I did it, Shals was there. Just 2, 3 people were there. It was not. Nobody was. I didn't sell out. No, that's okay. But I want you to enjoy it. So whether if you want to have the recorded experience, go for it. If you think that's fun. It just so happens that the live version didn't have chat also, so there was really not much interaction. But that's something you can help me out with, Brian. Do you think the live interaction is an important part of the live stream, or the fact that Samir is doing something, chopping something, that's enough? I don't think so. That's how it works. I think there is. It is like a classroom. Would you say? Do I qualify to be like a teacher or someone who's running a class? Yeah, because that's what the lecture is like. It, I mean, you'll on a horizontal screen, you'll see me. Let me send you the link. You have a see of it. You're on the email address, and I will send it to you. Get some snacks. It's a 45-minute thing. I'll send you the lecture. It's a 1-minute trailer. If you like it, then you watch the 45-minute thing. Shal says it was nice. So, well, What's happening with you? How's it going? What's new in your gaming scene, bro? Can you play your game online? Is there an app or something that allows people to play this online? Or is it like kind of moving in a certain direction, as in from an economy point of view? You know what I'm saying? Like poker or something like that. Sounds good. Oh, you're talking about the live stream. Sorry, I think there seems to be a delay in my live stream publication. That's the reason I'm getting messages later, because you're hearing my question a little later. Okay, but I think you're talking about access to your email address, no? That's fine. I will send you the link. You have a look at the show and tell me what you think about it. Have you ever seen a Bollywood film, Brian? Have you been able to sit through a Bollywood film? If you know Desis, any brown boys or girls, then I'm sure they would have put you through it already. But if you haven't, you give it a shot. Tell me what you think about it. If you want good movies, there's a movie called Andhadhun. Andhadhun. Andhadhun means blind, forcefully blind, blinded. That would probably be the closest word. Blinded. But it's a good movie. Hey, what's up? Sorry, I just saw your messages. Yeah, there's an unofficial client for the game I play. Oh, interesting. Unofficial. That's interesting. Why unofficial? What's the problem with that? Is there mafia backing this or what? Like the sumo in Japan? Is this being backed by the black money? No, that's okay. I'm not judging it. I think black money is as important as the white money because it protects the government from stealing it all. There is still some left for the good guys to be able to do something good out of it. And there is some good things that are being done that I know for sure. I am very aware of. Slumdog Millionaire was a big deal, but yeah, I can imagine if you've not seen the whole movie, it's a little bit much. I know. After a while, you're like, okay, I get it. What else is there? Can you stop with the poverty already? We get it. You're poor. That's done with. Is there a next chapter to this whole thing, or that's what it's going to be about? You know, this country is really obsessed with this idea. This contrast of rags to riches. I mean, the whole world is obsessed with it. But there is, I made a Nigerian friend. You should know this. I don't know. Have you made friends from people in Africa? Have you had a chance to be friends with people who've lived in countries that have not had the economic wealth? The disparity has been a lot and all that. I can share that here. I'm very fortunate. I had a chance to make a friend who was a Nigerian living in India. And I tell you what, bro, these he used to say Nigeria. I had a chance to play football with him and his buddies, and needless to say, we got thrashed. I mean, they just don't tire. They don't get tired. I know. Hits at multiple places. But anyhow, so he used to always say Nigerians are born running. So he used to say that we have an absolute non-stop appetite for being able to run. And it's so cool because I think Indians we were born eating. We have an appetite to eat. Are you a foodie, Brian? Do you go berserk when it comes to food? Because I do. I am, and I'm not really very proud of it, but it's difficult for me to control food. In fact, stick around. I am going to Delhi, the capital of India. It's north of India, and I'm going to be eating a lot. I mean, I'm going to keep it small and simple. I'm going to be eating a lot. So the live streams will hopefully have some good stuff. And of course, the 12:30 p.m. stream that I have are my office hours. These are my Kaiben hours. So I make myself available right now for questions and people to ask me, how's it going? What's happening? Do you need help? Do you have options? I mean, I'm here to assist and, what do you say? Serve and protect like a mother. Mother. Oh, that reminds me. Bro, Brian, have you seen this Netflix thing called Adolescence? Have you seen this show? I'll have to wait for a few seconds for this stream to reach you and then for you to respond back. Have you had a chance to see Adolescence? That's the. I think what I will do is I'll finish off the entire box of Kaiban. I'll put my. I'm actually not going to use much. I'm just adding salt and pepper and some black salt. That's it. That is it. Hey, you're out of salt? No. Have you seen the. Eating. Whoa, you're eating pho, man. You're eating pho. That's so cool. I know Vietnam has got amazing food. I don't know what's up with that, but what I know is that when you fill out their visa, immigration visa form, they call you an alien. You are an alien in their kingdom. You know this? When you're filling out their immigration form, the alien has to promises that will leave in 20 days, 21 days, whatever. You are an alien in their kingdom, apparently. It is a kingdom. I've been to Indonesia once, but not to that part of the world. Been to Singapore and all, but I've not done my bit yet. I've got a lot of places to see, places to be, places to see. Time and time again, to be or not to be. So that's going to happen. And so, yeah, I want to know more about your client. What's up with this unofficial client thing, that business? Why did you say unofficial? By the way, who are the officials? Is there a governing body that controls this game? You know, I saw WWE back in action. Fake wrestling. Vince McMahon's daughter, Shane McMahon? That was the son's name. Stephanie McMahon. She's running the show. She's got all fake jigs and all that now. Yeah, man, terrible skin and all. You can see it. But she's packed out the whole stadium. They're like at least 100,000 people. I kid you not. Have a look. And I was like, this is childhood all over again. I thought this has died. But no. Apparently, people are still crazy about this sport. And sure enough, first fight, the dudes bled. Both of them. I know they get paid, what, $2,500 or something? For every part of the body that is bleeding. I support it though. I think WWE is cool. It's filled with drama, filled with action. It's like a movie, man. Why should it be wrong? Plus, it gives children something to talk about. That's what brought me to that movie, Adolescence. I don't know if you've seen it. It's about a 13-year-old who commits a murder. Pretty good movie. You should see it. If you're into that, these kind of social things that are plaguing our society, if you call it that. You are living at the edge, extreme edge. So, how far are you from the action, man? As in from Beverly Hills? Is that the address, the most sought after address in the world? What I hear is these rich guys, also dudes, also live there, and apparently Jeff Bezos has a 100 feet high wall, which apparently breaks all laws, and he keeps paying fines every week. Everybody's okay with it. By Japanese company. Okay. The client was coded maintained by the player community. Oh, now I get it. It's because there can be cheating involved. Bro, you gotta hear this story. I forget the name of this dude, man. Partypoker.com. Have you heard of this? Go look it up. I don't remember who bought this company, but they bought it for a whopping 9 billion or something. One of the largest acquisitions. Partypoker.com was back in the day, this is quite some time ago, was clocking something like $20 million a day. You can understand what I'm saying, partypoker.com. Now, he's an Indian. He met a British lady, a lawyer, on a flight. He was flying to London. He met a rich woman on the flight, and she said, "What do you do for fun?" The dude says, "I make games." She said, "Okay, what game have you made?" So he says, "I've made a random number generator that I'm filing a patent for." You should look this guy up. I forget his name, bro. He lives in I don't know where he lives now. This is post the war, pre-war. So I'm sorry, my PTSD has taken over. Anurag Dixit, Dixit, Dixit. Sounds rad, I know, but it's just a regular Indian surname. Dixit. Anurag Dixit was his name. He's an IIT Delhi grad and partypoker.com. Look for partypoker.com. You'll get a bunch of information. Love to share. Give you some more tips. Message me whatever you see. I have had a chance to share a smoke with him. Not, I didn't, he was not that big then. He had not sold this off, but he was running a show in Hyderabad. Where he had a small company. It was like a tech company that was trying to provide support to players all over the world because rich women and men would put in something like $250,000. They were betting into a poker playing machine. It was a software. It's just like your gaming system. I'm talking about something. This is 2000 and 2005, 2006. It's 20 years ago. Yeah, of course. And now that my memory is serving me, 20 years ago. And it was a big deal back then. It was one of the largest acquisitions that I think Google made, or I don't remember which company made, but it was a big, big payout for all of them. And they were all on the big Times cover or some big magazine cover. And this was one of the biggest reaches of money that an Indian had made, first generation Indian, especially from software or tech. Well, not really the first. Since I'm showing off, I'll also tell you that one of the big guys, I've had a chance to have a meal with him too. I don't think he'll remember me that well. No, maybe he will. My name is Bala Parthasarthi. Bala was running a company called Snapfish, which he sold in 2003, if I'm not wrong. The year I finished my engineering. I graduated at my engineering in 2003. And this dude sold his company back then to HP. I don't remember what the company used to do, but I've had a chance to engage with a bunch of these software guys, man. It's been the highlight of my existence on this planet, honestly. I've been very fortunate that way. I've had a chance to meet some phenomenal people, learn from them. Of course, that's the biggest part of the idea of meeting new people is to learn from them, get a chance to experience what they have experienced. There is always something to learn. Yeah. Okay. So that takes care of the pineapple. I cut a little. I reduced the chopping of the pineapple because I realized it's going to overflow. I have already gone a little overboard. That's okay. A good salad never hurts. It gets difficult to mix it, but it doesn't hurt. Look at the colors here. Doesn't this look amazing? It's like a bowl of happiness, in it. So Japanese company, that's interesting. The sumo story was also the same story. I remember so well. I saw a documentary about it's fake to an extent. It's a show. So if you feel bad, then you can go sit outside. But since you've come to watch the show, shut up and enjoy it. Fair? Let's put it and then see if do we need to add more or not. That would be the smartest. I'm finishing this off. There's a lot of carbon that's being made over the next couple of days, so I think the best is to finish off whatever I have. It doesn't look very appealing, I agree, but this is. You've not tried any hemp seed oil in the States yet, Brian? You've not had a chance to try anything yet? Tell me if you had. You please go buy some, try it out. Tell me what you think about it. Tell me if you felt different. In 2 or 3 days, you'll be able to make out the difference. Your poop will be better. Sorry, I mean your digestion will be better. And your sleep will be better. Two things that you should see an immediate benefit in. If you do, please tell me. I would love to know what your feedback is. These omegas, no, they are not easy to get, and if you get them, don't let go of them. This is one of those food items. This is like honey. If you get access to honey, good fresh raw honey, don't let that go. Make sure you put it into your system. Mm. Mm. Amazing. The oranges are bringing that wonderful citry thing. This is excellent. Oh, strawberries are not particularly friendly with black salt. In fact, they don't work well with any salt. Have you noticed this? And strawberry is like the Superman of the berry kingdom. Wears its undies outside. Like, bring it on, bitch. You can't touch this. Like Bobby Brown once said, can't touch this. The strawberry is like, can't touch this. Cool. So, well, that's gone in. I will be polishing that off in the next hour. Hopefully, I shall see you. Is it like CBD oil? No. Oh, okay. Let's take a few minutes to rewind this quickly. I'll keep it short. You'll enjoy this. CBD is one of more than 500 cannabinoids. It's a family of chemical compounds that engage with a part of our nervous system that's called the endocannabinoid nervous system. Now, because they engage with that nervous system, they're called cannabinoids. So CBD, THC, delta CBD, delta CBN, there are 500 such, and they're not revealed, they're not openly available. Every year, some hobby farmer comes up with 5-6 new ones. They're chemical compounds after all, and they exist in cis configuration, trans configuration. Lemongrass smells amazing. Tastes nothing. Dill, smell, taste. Rosemary, smell, taste. So, are you telling me food has something to do with our senses? So, all food is psychotropic if you have to make sense out of the words. But the damage that CBD, why you brought it up, was because people believe that CBD is the biggest part of the story. It's just a marketing story. One of them had to become a hero. It's like a football team. Who scored the goal? So this person his name is on the board. He's become the hero. You follow what I'm saying? It's got nothing to do with CBD. Now, here is the part that is important, which is not always shared. Why does CBD not matter? It's a box, it's a jigsaw puzzle. So one piece doesn't matter. So when you put them all together into your digestive system, how the body uptakes it, that matters. So what science has come up with is that the range is between two. So just use two of these cannabinoid names as the range setting mechanism. So you've got a CBD at the bottom and you've got THC at the top. So this is a scientist's way of simplifying it, which simple minds have grabbed onto and have published it, and all of us who have probably not made the effort to go down and read the scientific literature are listening to these magazines and these tabloids. So trying to make it simple, right? They're not trying to, and it's good, but what's the simplicity is, this is the range under which you have the effects. Sorry. You have a CBD at the bottom that gives you the stone rocks, motivated feeling. And then you have THC at the top that gives you this excited, jumpy, creative, wild ideas in your brain, kind of a trip. So they call it an altered psychological experience. There is nothing altered about it. It's as altered as when you're eating something really nice and your mind goes into this trip and you're memorizing or you're reminiscing this first time when you ate it. Or how beautiful your mom, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife used to make it. So that memory that's getting triggered with that food, that's as psychotropic as anything else. Are you following what I'm saying? So the idea behind CBD oil is oil that is made from anything that has CBD in it. Now that's going to be a lot of work to extract CBD alone, mix it in oil, and then give it to you and say this is CBD oil. So what they do, they're just pressing the entire plant all together, and whatever comes out of it comes out of it. We don't know what's coming out of it. That's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is I artificially breed plants with a certain cannabinoid profile. It's called a profile. So when I press that oil, I get only a specific kind of a profile from that oil. And that I'm selling in the market. Pharma guys have been doing it for the last 50 years. It's the go-to plant for everything. The most gorgeous part about this is that the seeds don't carry anything psychotropic. So you just clean the seeds well, cold press them, and you take out the syrup of the seed. That's just like an amazing. It's got a ratio of omegas which you can't find in nature anywhere. It's a brilliant. In fact the most. I've got users of Kaiben, this product that I'm making. These guys have reported fat loss, more energy, faster minds, amazing sleep. One of them has got 320 sugar gone. The doctor called me back and said, "What are you giving this person?" I said, "Don't you think it's good that your patient is recovering?" "No, you tell me what are you giving him first." I'm like, "Bro, I make food. If you want to try it, eat it yourself. You just got to clean the seed really well. And someone's got to take accountability for the food that we make, right? You can't just say, I don't know. If you got food poisoning, it's not my problem. You're eating 5 things. That's a terrible attitude to have if you provide food. Yeah? Don't you agree? That food makers are like mothers, right? The bakers doesn't comes from there. The dude says, listen, I make it. Have one more. You're paying me for 12. Have one more. And what's really cool, it's a German idea. I will leave you with this before I forget. I think I'm out. My time's done. I forget the name of the book I'm reading. These are interviews of over 3,000 people who lived in Germany between 1939 and 1945. At the peak of the war, Second World War, what were Germans getting to read and think and experience? And it's amazing. They thought the world was at peace. Hitler had won the war. They had done the justice. The world was happy. Everybody was happy, and everybody was flourishing and nice. No, I don't want to judge. I think it's up to us. Each one of us has to decide our reality. Be fair. With that, I'll see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow we may not be salad. I'm not sure. Today I managed to sneak out and get a salad going, but I think I'm backing up on my seed work. So probably tomorrow will be another seed mix review. I'll see you tomorrow. See you by 12:30.